more decentralized and cooperative. We feel a tremendous sense of pressure to build and deliver. We're trying to remember that we are building the future for a much broader mission. Who is HUMBL Pay? HUMBL Pay was actually formed a few years ago, and Forbes actually said it is a startup to watch in 2020. It is comprised of a diverse set of founders, consultants, advisors, experienced at Western Union, MoneyGram, American Express, Visa, Facebook, Microsoft, Epson, and Qualcomm, all the blue chips that you know today. Thus, Janet Yellen support digital currencies, says here in January 22, 2021, Yellen plans to encourage the use of crypto assets for legitimate activities, meaning she is pro-blockchain. And of course, HUMBL Financial is one of the companies that are using blockchain platforms and using the exchange of Bittrex for you to actually invest in digital assets. That is just one. Awesome 10X Totga, the one that got away choices. Last price last night, 78 cents. We want to buy it 78 cents all the way to 40 cents. My gosh, if you want to give it to me at 2 cents, go ahead. I'll be the one to tell you I am a happy soul if you want to sell Tesoro Enterprises to Awesome 10X. This is, of course, one of the good articles that I've read. February 18 last night, Mr. Josh J. Kim reported, changed my mind. Why I believe Tesoro, aka HUMBL, is the next big thing in fintech. I must agree. I must agree with Josh J. Kim. HUMBL's meteoric rise has brought many skeptics to the forefront, and I have 6 major questions and risks that surround HUMBL, and I want to answer them. Addressing the risks, I maintain that HUMBL is still well-positioned to disrupt fintech, and this startup is not in a crowded space no matter what. I want to uncover why it is the next big thing. He also wrote, February 1, HUMBL is an all-star in the making. HUMBL Pay is ready to launch in 40 countries since February 2021, ahead of schedule. There's a huge gap in inequality of supply and demand of global proportions. HUMBL Pay is well positioned to fill this gap. HUMBL Pay already has established ground games, partnerships in multiple foreign markets, such as Mexico, Brazil, India, Asia Pacific. It can be the next Square, the next Venmo. It's just faster, it's better, and bigger. HUMBL Hub, HUMBL Finance. It's the next biggest thing. Take note, guys, Square is like $200 billion. PayPal is like in that realm. We're talking about a $5 billion company, and I'm just thinking of 10x. Maybe it's a 50x. HUMBL is a new digital money network. It provides faster, cheaper payment methods and financial products for consumers and merchants. If you've ever heard of people telling you to use blockchain for cryptocurrency buying, for just doing a PayPal transaction, for just allowing you to buy stocks, perhaps this one fits your alley. Why I believe Tesoro is the next big thing in fintech. So here's the story of her birth. If Alibaba and PayPal did get married and had a girl named Venmo, and she grew up marrying a bootstrapping young lad named Blockchain, aka Digibyte, she would be called HUMBL. Because its fairy tale-like claims and share price gains, a 100x move brought many skeptics out of the woodwork. Let's talk about the thesis on why HUMBL is the next biggest thing to disrupt fintech. A summary of their hard work: expanding business, signing up merchants by the hundreds every day. HUMBL mobile app, HUMBL hubs have already delivered successful pilot transactions in Latin America. HUMBL mobile app, HUMBL hubs, merchant solutions delivering successful pilot transactions between US and Mexico. HUMBL partnered with 40 countries. India is one of them. Digital India payments to enter India's market. Cyberbeat for Asia Pacific and Pan-Indian markets, expanding into Asia Pacific and Pan-India. HUMBL and Open Kiosk in Africa for a home delivery network on Africa Home. Partnered with Brazil for penetration with Bexus Bank. Pilot expanding high-speed digital payments platform between US and Latin America. Already signing syndications, partnerships with foreign governments and partners. These are just some of the investor relations presentation in their own website. Everything they promised in December, they did it way beyond January and February. Kaboom. Now, these are the biggest skepticisms. But PayPal, Venmo, Square, Western Union, Cash App, Alipay, they can do everything and just kill HUMBL tomorrow. What about Google Pay and Apple Pay? Isn't this just a pump and dump scheme by Reddit again? HUMBL Financial's ETX is nothing new. Crypto ETFs have been denied by SEC in the past. The float is too large. It's a $4 billion share outstanding. The market cap is already over $5 billion. Okay, guys, it's now 80 cents. 80 times 4 billion is $3.2 billion. It's easy to math it up. Okay, I'm just gonna read a very well-written work already. I'm just here telling you the opportunity and just reading it out for you. Mr. Josh Kim said, well, yes, it's true. The short answer is that global mobile payment space is very vast. It is too early to crown a winner. There was already, before Facebook, there was, of course, MySpace, and there was, of course, there were other companies, right? The point of it is that just because somebody is in the fintech space doesn't mean that it can't be disrupted if you're better, faster, and just better and faster. So when a business traveler, expat, deployed military, and a Mexican immigrant, oh yeah, Friendster, yeah, that was like the old ones, right? Mexican immigrant have in common, they need a convenient, fast, and cheap means to transact money overseas. This need is known in the School of Economy as demand. Now let's discuss the supply. You've got PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Square, Alipay, Western Union, MoneyGram. They're supplying that need, that demand. They are the supply side. The old kids on the block cannot do what the new kids on the block can do. But interesting enough, Venmo, Cash App, Alipay are still stymied by geographic limitations which have been detailed in the past. The old and the new cannot coexist in the global payment ecosphere. They have the same goal, but they just don't know how to do it to a different target audience. That is the digital wallet and payment equation today. Let's talk about the digital wallet. According to statistics, the leading mobile payment technology and trend research firm, digital wallets have increased to as much as from 2 billion to about 4 billion. Everyone with a mobile phone will have a digital wallet. And so the cash transactions will grow to trillions. Well, they're just saying it's about 1 trillion. You tell me. I think it's about $10 trillion. I don't know. The payments is, of course, a big space. Square, any fintech knows that. Alipay, aka Ant Financial. Mobile payments will propel non-cash transaction growth in the coming years. Agree. Middle East, Latin America, North America, Europe, Asia Pacific. We're talking about 7 billion people, probably going to be, let's say you transact $1,000 in a year. 7 trillion. How about 10,000? 70 trillion. And you can understand the math. So this is Seeking Alpha article. He said, well, if Alipay has 1.3 billion users and the hegemony cannot be questioned, with global demand being over 4 billion and supply just 1 billion, there's an epic proportion gap. And it is obvious. Cash App, aka Square, cannot just be the only one. Alipay, which people think has one, Tencent WePay has one, is not over. Netscape won the browser race? No. Yahoo won the search war? No. You get the drift. Google won eventually for that Chrome. Well, me. People say I use Brave browser, should use BAT token. I understand that. But for now, let me just use Google. Anyway, Okay, you can call me a dinosaur for using Google Chrome. Either way, okay. HUMBL already has a solid ground game, partnerships with India, Pan-Asia, Mexico, Latin America, Africa, foreign governments. We're talking about 40 countries. HUMBL is very deep in Mexico, established alliances, and out of the crypto center of the universe in Asia, which is Singapore. Technology is an enabler. Enabled by blockchain, HUMBL offers same-day settlement of funds as successfully demonstrated. Speaking of technology, if the banks are built on PVC pipes and Venmo was built on steel piping, HUMBL is the house that was built on copper piping. Venmo built their infrastructure on legacy fiat pipeline, whereas HUMBL built their house on the blockchain technology. The following chart demonstrates the inertial forces at work that would hold back the incumbents. They've got to build and rebuild, unbuild and rebuild just to put in the new copper piping. This chart demonstrates the inertial forces at work that would hold back all the incumbents. They've got to unbuild and rebuild in order to put the new copper piping. Look at the banks, very dinosauric. They're going to be disrupted, already disrupted by Cash App and Venmo. That would be your PayPal and your Square. Then again, HUMBL can actually disrupt all of them. HUMBL, which is powered by blockchain, Digibyte, is days faster than fiat, 40 times faster than Bitcoin with nearly free fees. If you've ever tried to send or receive Bitcoin, you know that anyone would prefer it over. Who wants to get Bitcoin versus it takes days to settle over a Visa. But Digibyte, is the UTXO blockchain you thought you were getting when you were buying the BTC. It is faster, 1,000 times more plentiful, costs nearly nothing to transact. Fair value is 1/1,000th of a Bitcoin, 21 million BTCs versus 21 billion DGBs, which at the time of this writing is about $50. You can purchase the DGB for just 7 cents as of today. You do the math, the value is there for the taking. In the future, BTC will become the gold as a long-term storage of value, whereas the everyday digital currency is Digibyte. HUMBL Pay, Merchant Services Cloud, you could see this, they can work with all of them. HUMBL Financial believes in Web 3.0. Somebody's asking, is DGB a crypto? Yes, it is. It's found in Binance, DGB USD. You can buy it in Binance. Okay, HUMBL Financial, new historical trading markets. Of course, you're aware that there was a New York Stock Exchange in 1920s. In 1990s, the era of the internet, we introduced NASDAQ, Technology Index, the ones that got Amazon born, the 1000x move. How about digital assets? Born in 2010, 2017, 2021, what you want to call it. The point is, it is a mainstream thing. A mainstream thing. And so, as companies would go evolve and migrate to the blockchain, mutual funds first, exchange traded funds next, how about ETXs, crypto digital assets, blockchains? Now, HUMBL Financial launched these block ETX products in over 100 countries already. Digital asset investing just made simple. Announced the launch of their HUMBL Financial Division, January 25, 2021. They've got HUMBL Pay. Let's connect consumers and merchants in the digital economy. I want to connect all the merchants. Sounds like Shopify, isn't it? Sounds like. Conversions, text messaging, and of course, people are wondering, but it's so volatile. It goes up, it goes down. That's why there's stable coins, guys. USD stable coins. Consumer journey. So you can discover, you can find the merchants, you can read a review. All of that can happen in the HUMBL Hub's merchant services. You enable merchants to accept money. You accept money. You help them sell whatever service. Wow, HUMBL Hubs. They also launched the HUMBL Studios for global merchant listings and web payment integration. HUMBL announces the launch of Holiday Deal Days. Okay. Look at one, the HUMBL Studio. The HUMBL Studio, this is Marie Hunter Beauty. The brand story, if there is one thing that makes me wake up every morning, it's my belief that beauty should be simple and not complicated. Our mission is to boldly empower women like you with the beauty, confidence, and class to feel like the best version of yourself on the inside and outside. You've got a cart you want to buy, and then you're going to pay with HUMBL Pay. Okay, HUMBL Pay, Digibytes. The moon, well, they can actually do stable coins, Digibyte to dollar. That's what it is. It's like, that's it. And the moon will rise design. We delight in making others feel special, not just on birthdays and holidays, but even on random Wednesdays or Fridays. We celebrate simple joys, finding a written card in your mailbox, art prints making you smile. We source sustainably, donating 5% of our sales to causes that empower women and girls around the world. We value kindness, connection, grace, and gratitude. We inspire joy, one design at a time. HUMBL Studios, artisans. So they're like the Etsy's of the world. A few things to note. Who is behind him? Some of the people behind the global payments and financial services in Latin America is Mario Vargas. Mario helps to drive HUMBL and HUMBL hubs penetrating Latin America, Caribbean, Asia Pacific, and Africa across key vertical markets of governments, merchants, wireless, and banks. He's a 20-year veteran of mobile payments and financial services with Western Union, Walmart, and Fiserv, with an emphasis on financial services, wire services, bill payments in the EM. Wow. Sounds like a competition for Mercado Pago, for C-Money, for Alipay, for StoneCo, for PagSeguro. You get the drift. At Western Union, he partnered with global banks and money operators in Africa, Europe, Asia, and America to help drive the Western Union to over 500,000 merchant agent locations, and will be helping advise on the HUMBL Hub's rollout into underserved regions. This is the peer-to-peer thing that Bitcoin promised but failed to deliver. Now HUMBL is trying to do it. Now, cash and coins happened in 1860s. Hardwares and credit cards. Ever heard of cashless revolution? The first thing was actually the credit card, Visa, MasterCard. And now, 2020s, let's talk about digital formats. A digital layer of commerce. So it's a seamless digital platform, the HUMBL Pay, the HUMBL Marketplace, the HUMBL Financial. Enable every merchant who will accept HUMBL Pay, like PayPal, like anyone who wants to get paid. 500,000 merchants, 1 million merchants, 5 million merchants. Wow, Shopify did that with Stripe, right? Sounds like. Okay, HUMBL Pay connects consumers and merchants via the digital economy. HUMBL Marketplace connects consumers and merchants through their global listings. HUMBL Financial connects consumers and merchants to financial services. It is a synchronized consumer experience, an ecosystem. Pay, a marketplace to buy and sell, and a way to transact. Beautiful. Mobile app. They've got the HUMBL Hub's merchant solution deliver successful pilot transactions between US and Mexico. HUMBL partners with Cyberbeat, expanding into Asia Pacific and Pan-India vertical markets. Can't wait, guys. I'm in the Philippines. I still can't see the HUMBL here. So can't wait. So Google Pay, it's a crowded field. Apple Pay, Samsung Pay. The short answer, HUMBL offers far more value-added services, embodies Web 3.0 decentralization of finances. Is Apple really the one you trust for your bank, or do you want it decentralized, trustless, permissionless systems? You get the drift. Apple is closing in on 230 million worldwide users. Google Pay, Samsung Pay, 100 million users. Razer, also like a 10 million or something like Razer, has Razer Pay. They got their own digital fintech license too. That's nice, but there are a few things to consider. First, the AOL argument, yet again. Mobile wallet space is far from being settled. We don't have the leader yet. There are billions of users up for grabs, whereas Apple, Google, Samsung, less than 500 million users. The fat lady hasn't even left the house yet. Second, Apple, Google, and Samsung are not the actual payment processors. They merely store your credit card, bank information, and provide a digital and mobile interface, meaning they're just front office desks. They're not the custodian. They are not the facilitator of your money. They're just digital manifestation of your plastic credit card. HUMBL is different. They go beyond being a mobile digital transaction. They are a facilitator of true peer-to-peer financial transaction near instant settlement of funds, which is built on Web 3.0. They enable you to be your own bank and wallet powered by Web 3.0 services, something all the Bitcoin disciples practice and preach. But have they really done that? You can read about Web 3.0 here, which is a good primer for how HUMBL will usher in Web 3.0 with its product offerings. President and CEO Brian Foote is eloquent and provides insightful overview. Now, 1994, Amazon e-commerce. 1998, Google search, digital advertising. Year 2000, PayPal, Elon Musk. HUMBL is an early, well, you know what happened. PayPal, he was very early in trying to disrupt cashless transactions too. And of course, the sustainable energy revolution, and also leading us into a multi-planetary universe. Yes, we know that Elon Musk is the crowned god of the Philippines and the world and all the multi-planetary universes out there. And so far, I don't think that he is going to be dethroned until the next 100 years. I don't know. Anyway, HUMBL is an early stage technology startup. Is it early? Of course, it is so early. They want to build the Web3 of transactional value. You've got the read-only Web 1. You can read and write. 2000s. Web 3 is you can read, you can write, and you can transact. Digitalization, payment, mobile. Introducing HUMBL Marketplace. So sounds a bit like Shopify to me. Sounds like. Okay, so people are saying, but crypto, isn't this nothing new? It's nothing new. It's been denied by the SEC before. Ban, call it FUD, FUD, right? Now, the short answer is that was 2018, and this is 2021. Crypto is more mainstream. Countries have already approved crypto ETFs. Your banks, institutions, custodians, your stable coins. The long answer is that, well, it has been true that ETFs were not available in the US, failed to clear the SEC before. There are 2 points to consider. The center of the crypto blockchain is not US, it's Asia. Crypto doesn't even need US to flourish. In February, to HUMBL Financial launched in 140 countries with their blockchain crypto ETF. Twitter is already full of customer testimonials profiting from HUMBL's ETX products, Block 3, 510, Gov, etc. for just $5 a month. HUMBL will actively invest for you through Bittrex. That's their version of Binance, guys. Bittrex was earlier than Binance. For millions of people that cannot stomach the crypto volatility, ETX is the perfect product. It's like the ETFs 3.0. For those who don't know what ETF is, Exchange Traded Fund. HUMBL does not hold your money. Their AI will invest on your behalf as your assets reside in Bittrex. True decentralized investing is their philosophy. A few notes. I just bought my first index products at HUMBL Pay. I'm here from the Netherlands. It's great to see DGB in Block 3, 5, and 10. I'll also look at the thematic products like Block Global Enterprise, active products like MACD and VI. Great stuff. Update, I've invested $2,000 January 31, split between Block 3, 5, and Enterprise, another $2,000. February 6, I added Gov, Platform, and topped up the original 3, total $4,000 invested. I'm already up $1,300. TSNP, HUMBL Pay, hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag Ethereum, hashtag Digibyte. These are just snapshots of those people. Do you think HUMBL will just remain in the penny stock region on the OTC market? No, it's gonna be in the NASDAQ, guys. There's an uplisting coming. And the thing is, the NASDAQ uplisting will happen sooner than Q2 2021. They already requested the ticker symbol to be HUMBL, HMBL. They already launched their mobile apps, financials. They did an M&A with TSNP. Their company financials are getting audited. And then they're going to grow their verticals, government banking, merchant partners. They're going to grow it. Shareholder conferences, Q4 2021. Makes me think that, hey, are they going to disrupt Shopify? Dear old Shopify, I'm not quite sure. But lots of promises, but lots of also execution. Not just promise, a lot of execution. There's an elastic layer of commerce and connection. Send, receive, exchange, pay, store. Improve the speed, reduce the fee, eliminate the middleman, build an inclusive digital economy. Wow, that's all the promises that I've heard, just executed. Do you want to request money, send money, receive money, exchange money, dollar stable coins, text orders, contactless pay, rate and review, CRM features, marketplace? You want to earn interest, bill pay, card services, bill pay, investments. HUMBL Pay has it all. Makes me want to dump SoFi because of this, actually. Brian Foote kept his promise. HUMBL completed a revenue-generating acquisition with Block 30, which is now HUMBL Financial. He is not done. He's on record saying he is actively pursuing more, and all those shares will come in handy. MoneyGram could be a potential candidate. You know, I remember that MoneyGram and Ripple used to want to work together. I guess not anymore. Found a new guy to work with. The name is Brian Foote. The name is HUMBL Pay, Digibyte. With a market cap of just $600 million, it can be purchased in all stock transaction to the tune of 600 million HUMBL shares. Use the millions of HUMBL shares to just buy out MoneyGram. An acquisition will give instant access to 350,000 worldwide locations with 2 billion accounts overnight. Alibaba has tried this unsuccessfully in 2017 when MoneyGram was just a $1 billion company. Remitly might even be another M&A. Brian said he's actively looking into a fintech acquisition, which will create a feedback loop. And the company can leverage those shares to create as revenue-generating strategic moat. This will drive up the demand for the shares and the share prices will follow. Everybody wins. HUMBL market cap today is 5 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 2 billion. Doesn't matter. Sky's the limit. The thesis is a fair one. Is it overvalued? Well, for a disruptor, measure the size of what you're disrupting. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Mobile digital wallet, check. Fiat, check. Regional, check. Global, check. Investment, check. Blockchain, crypto, check. International transfers, remittances, check. Merchant payment processing, check. Money custodians, it is a true peer-to-peer company. It's not held by the banks. Permissionless. The perfect vision right here, right now. There you go. So anyway, it's what? 6:14. Wow. So I can't imagine that I was able to give my TOTGA pick in just less than 6:30. There's more TOTGA choices, guys. I'll give you a quick preview. TOTGA means the one that got away. But the truth is, the one that got away isn't really the one that got away. Every single day, the one that got away can be bought and bought and bought until tomorrow. It's not the one that got away. It's the one that makes you happy and stay. Now, there's another company that's interesting in my view, GTEC, Greenland Tech. Study that. And I think something that is worth studying is cancer genetics, CGIX. $5.73. Try to study why this company went from 2 to 15 or 17. I'm not here to tell you everything, but these are some TOTGA choices in my view. TOTGA choices, CGIX, GTEC, and I want to share to you something. GME just got into a Reddit hearing, and Keith Hill said, I am not a cat. True, you're not a cat. You're a roaring kitty. No, you're a goat. For many retail investors out there, you know, sometimes, why are you so serious? It's not about the money, it's about sending a message. True companies that actually are gonna 100x your money are people who can see what nobody can see. The crazy ones, the misfits. Anyway, let's study more about HUMBL Pay. Let's see. So this is the Twitter channel of HUMBL Pay, aka Tesoro Enterprises. Let's take a look at some of them. OTC market, TSNP, it is in the process of merging with Global Payments Network, HUMBL LLC. The merged entity will be named HUMBL Inc. So basically, it's a penny stock pseudo SPAC. It's going to be like a pseudo SPAC. They're going to merge, like a blank check company, la la la. Says here that we are the future of digital technology in the coming decade. Claim your business name now on the HUMBL platform. So HUMBL is merchants. They want to grow. Registrations are now open for all the HUMBL merchants. HUMBL America limited edition available on studios. We're now shipping in Canada, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and Colombia. Shout out to the people already using HUMBL Pay. Try to comment, and then we'll try to understand more about your experience. Watch this. Play. Actually, guys, there's a lot of videos that you have to watch yourself. There's a lot. This is like a 50-minute video. Listening straight to Brian Foote.
Bring the two together.
Brian Foote is the CEO. Market sizing and landscape, take a look. The world population is 8 billion people. Venmo only captured 40 million. Google Pay, PayPal, Apple Pay, Alipay. You see the market landscape is so huge. Well, we can say that, yes, we believe in BFT, the next square, but at the end of the day, there's just so many, many companies that are really great in fintech. So he said, Brian's own words, we did not build HUMBL for the 450 million digital customers using Apple Pay. We're building it for the 7 billion people for whom money has a totally different set of global pathways, access points, and cost structures. HUMBL is doing everything to position itself to build the moat and tap into this global market. And Brian alluded, he doesn't even own digital assets anymore. Brian's team has delivered everything that they've promised and then some. HUMBL ticker change is just around the corner, and so is the app release. In February, weeks ahead of schedule, they're going live in more countries, more partnerships, regulatory approvals will be announced. Yes, it's 5 billion shares outstanding, 4 billion shares outstanding. Yes, the market cap is, well, at this point in writing, it was at $1.2 billion, right? But, you know, about acquisitions, he's going to acquire. And you want to see the adoption rate of HUMBL Pay, quality issues, failed partnerships, how much are their cash burn rates? The CEO has identified a fundamental supply-demand inequality for solutions leveraging the blockchain technology. They're working hard and even exceeding all their promises made. They're doing everything in their power not to screw the investor by partnering up with a proven baron of OTC in George Sharp. And the CEO may be throwing millions of his own wealth into the company. Ticker changes around the corner, and so is their app that will launch way ahead of schedule in 40 countries in February. All things considered, this looks like an all-star in the making. We've got an all-star with just a high school price. For people who don't know who's George Sharp, is he the chamath palahipitaya of your penny stock world? George Sharp, HUMBL. You all using HUMBL, hashtag, well-known exposer of OTC fraud, advisor to public companies and SEC attorneys. Mr. George Sharp. Search George Sharp. George A. Sharp. Okay, his tweets are protected, so I cannot follow. GeorgeSharp.com. If I say it is a scam, it is. President of Forwardly, the former consultant to OTC Markets Group. So sometimes when you see an OTC going up, people think, well, is it a fraud? Is it a fraud? It's like 100x, right? George Sharp, why I own shares? Okay, I don't read much about him. It's just that, all right, he's supposedly an exposer of OTC fraud, and he can't see this as a fraud. It is not. Let's go to the website of Humble Pay. Let's learn more. Okay. So this is one of the news. Yes, you know about the partnership with Africa Home Delivery Network. Let's read it. So HUMBL is a US-based mobile financial provider, and One Kiosk is Nigeria fintech specializing in local merchant ordering and deliveries. They're teaming up to pilot the HUMBL Mobile Pay and the POS and the HUMBL Hubs delivery network to set up delivery for local goods such as groceries, restaurants, and pharmaceuticals. One Kiosk is pairing up local merchants with online delivery orders and within 1 to 2 kilometers of another, enhancing local African economies through global technology. Fair wage, youth opportunity, local supply chain. One Kiosk currently delivers across a network of 40,000 local merchants in Nigeria. So they're capturing Nigeria. The solution will work in Africa. We know local customers, business challenges, local merchants cannot build all their mobile apps, logistics, payment, and delivery networks. HUMBL will get them in the game against big box competition. So HUMBL will be teaming up with delivering end-to-end HUMBL hubs, mobile ordering, payments, tipping, rating, reviews, boosting that customer relationship management along with 1R click and receive delivery programs from driver to doorstep in the African corridor. Shouldn't Jumia be so afraid? Okay. Let's see. HUMBL is partnering with Digital India Payments, DIPL, to enter the India market. WhatsApp can do India as well, by the way, through Geo platform. And that's how Facebook wants to dominate the game. HUMBL, a US fintech delivering mobile payments, Digital India Payments Limited announced today a strategic partnership to enter the India market, processing millions of dollars per day across 30,000 merchants in India with extension to Nepal, Bangladesh, Maldives, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. HUMBL has developed a HUMBL mobile app allowing customers to send money, receive money, exchange money, pay bills, merchants. People are asking, okay, for people who aren't qualified with OTC names, can you still get it once it's live in NASDAQ? Well, boohoo, if it's in NASDAQ, it's already up 100% by then, or even 200%. So you can buy this while it's in OTC. Don't wait for the NASDAQ uplisting. That NASDAQ uplisting will just prompt it to be an easy 5x sometimes. Varying by location, HUMBL hubs will be offering walk-in services to customers, such as cash pickup, forex, fair lending, bill payments, prepaid cards. HUMBL hub agents will perform these services via HUMBL Mobile Pay, HUMBL POS tablet. So here, it's doing a global financial service what Uber did to the local taxi market. Deliver high-quality financial service, pair up local consumers and merchants through the mobile technology anywhere in the world. One younger Indian customer don't want to visit multiple service branches to wait in long lines, pay expensive fees, highly variable rates. HUMBL gives them the mobile financial service faster, cheaper, and in nearby location. HUMBL was recently featured by Asia Pacific and Oceania government leaders surrounding the UN 2030 agenda as a future global model for financial inclusion, quality, and pricing controls, reducing cross-border remittance costs. The 375 million people using Apple Pay are not in the TAM. We were building this for 7 billion consumers. We're working with the IPL, globally innovative smart grid India government program using biometric identifier like facial recognition or thumbprints to help Indian customers with simplified banking, financial and government services at local HUMBL hubs. The total cost will hover just 10 to 20%, sending and exchanging money, short-term loan rates in excess of 30% for people who can afford it the least. HUMBL is working to cut these costs in half, saving customers billions of dollars at scale, getting more people into the India tax base at the same time. Website humble.io. It's now humblepay.com. All right, website digitalindiapayments.com. DIPL, solutions from urban to rural, banking, e-commerce, over 30,000 merchants. This is the partner, domestic money transfer, India. Okay, let's read more articles. HUMBL, the Brazil, diba? They partnered with Brazil. Latin America and United States, they already did a pilot high-speed digital payment. So they agreed the JV expanding their digital customer and merchant service division US and Latin America, reducing payment costs, processing speeds for customers across these gateways. Headquartered in São Paulo, Brazil, Bexis is specialized in integrating local payments processing, forex transaction, global business, estimating $7.6 billion per year. Their API platform can provide a collection of Brazilian real via local payment method, helping companies to connect customers digitally. So mobile wallet, despite the rapid adoption of mobile applications like Uber, TikTok, and Instagram, Brazilians need more mobile applications like HUMBL. So, yun. Anyway, global partners. Vice President of Global Partnerships, Michelle Rivera said, we have discovered in Latin America that both domestic and cross-border transactions are unnecessarily complex. We are proud to work on this high-speed rail solution with Bexis, who is a recognized leader in banking and forex solution for Latin America. Philippines, you want to partner with HUMBL Pay tomorrow? I would vehemently say yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, rising startups to watch with diverse founders. You could see that in June 2020, Forbes acknowledged that they are seeing this company as one of the best. The name is HUMBL Pay. Okay, Control F. HUMBL. Brian Foote and Michelle Rivera notice a major gap between US and emerging markets regarding mobile payment. So they want to connect debit, credit, and digital dollars with a point-of-sale solution called HUMBL Hubs, connect the way money moves between customers and merchants in companies, markets like Latin America, Africa, India, and Oceania. There. More. All right. So this is what you see in their website. You can go there to learn more. Marketplace, HUMBL Studios, right? Financials, portfolio tutorials, merchants. Take a look at the tutorials if you need to understand how to start your financial HUMBL Pay. Step 1, load the funds to a digital exchange. Load some money like dollars, and then you can invest onto the digital asset exchange of your choice. Step 2, select the block ETX product. Choose from block, index, thematic, and active funds on our website. So you can buy these products, which are themes, global enterprise, platform, government, index products, 3, 5, 10. You've got to select your exchange of choice, select your API key. So they're working with Bittrex Exchange, so that's not Binance, right? But paste your API key from the exchange, choose your investment product, investment completed. Tada! HUMBL Financial is not a broker-dealer. It is not a financial advisor. It is not licensed by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Anyway, you can see that. Currently, it's not available to United States, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Congo, So basically, it's not available to every country in the world. That's what they're saying, okay? But Latin Americans, Mexicans, Indians, your game. I haven't seen, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it, guys. I haven't downloaded HUMBL Pay. But they just released their mobile. So there's a lot, right? If you've got more questions, just ask in the HUMBL research. Of course, like every company, like, you know, they have their own research, crypto assets. Okay, connecting financial consumers to a number of financial services. So sounds like they're doing a Shopify, a Square, and a Binance. Yeah. So let's take a look at some things more. It's written in Yahoo right now. The growth of fintech is building platforms for Web3. So we think that 2021 will be about the personalized use of blockchain. Web Mobile Cloud first came out, and okay, so what are some easy understanding for this one? We can migrate personal and physical assets onto the blockchain. Think about stocks, bonds, credit markets, art, collectibles, land, real estate. We can tokenize this blockchain. So that's tokenization. That's what OSTK was trying to do. Overstock was an early understood T0, right? So TZROP. T0 is the token. That's really handling that stuff. That's the Medici venture stuff. There are only so many times you can commoditize a barrel of oil until the market starts seeing other determinants of value, particularly young millennial and Gen Z audiences bored by traditional financial instruments of previous decades. When that happens, you will not only get new digital trading, future secondary derivatives markets. All right. So what are the implications for society? So far, we've got 60 apps in our smartphone. There's no such, you know, we need to consolidate how to trade, track, invest, pay, review, even book tickets within this super app. So that's what Grab also wants, right? Super app, the everything app. That's what WeChat did, which is Tencent. That's what Alibaba did, which is Alipay. It happened with Alipay and WeChat Pay. So there's nothing new here. We're just trying to architect Humble in a customizable modular plugin, similar to everything when you travel by region. We're just a matching engine to referral partners in the areas of service where it makes sense for the consumer, so you don't have to exit the digital realm no matter where you are on the network. What are your limitations? Compliance, regulatory, because we can really just, everything can be moved within our platform. But we are very much complying with all the best-in-class regulators. The direction here is US and abroad. So they are listening to regulation because they want to be legit. You don't want to be illegal. What are the key things to consider during the transition? Equal access to technology, financial inclusion, help everyone. This is one of the agenda of UN, particularly in the emerging markets, which is allow people to use their smartphones to be their bank. Yes. The Tonga royal family hosted us in the Oceania region for a few weeks, reducing the cost to send money, borrow money, become a digital merchant, even in lower connectivity zones. So what did you notice when you traveled when researching HUMBL? The growth is going to come from innovations in emerging markets. The governments here are supportive of entrepreneurs, improving customer access, savings, lending, capital formation, help them buy local, global, whatever, right? What are some of the trends you're seeing in the markets overseas? Okay, absolutely no idea if Humble Pay will win, but we're a visionary, so we're visionary. I think they're a visionary and also an executor, guys. So it's not just vision. So what is the next era of fintech? They're saying he says that we're just building the future for a much broader mission, the 7 billion unbanked. Humble is on the cutting edge of working to pair consumers, merchants, institutions, governments together in the digital economy. There's a lot going on. It is an exciting ride. Lots of great articles, lots of great investor presentations, a blockchain story raising big questions. Some people are asking, is this real? Is this a pump and dump? I don't think it is. It isn't. It's not. So CEO says that the block ETX are just a first step to determine the exact bucket of cryptocurrencies. These products will track index, active, and thematic strategies. This will allow people to invest, trade, and pay on the blockchain. And Foot has tried this before. His Block 30 unveiled a similar lineups of ETXs. However, one reader suggested the ETX failed to launch in US due to regulation, not because it was a little too hard. This is why they want to launch in approved international countries. The bottom line, where do we go from here? Anyway, lots of press releases, lots of news. You can read more, guys. We love how Alipay has connected customers and merchants in China. We want to do it global. That's what makes Humble special. Okay, Humble is coming in over the top OTT as a global brand. There are literally thousands of fintech doing one thing over the other. So we are tired of 60 to 90 apps. We want to do everything in one place. I agree. So this is Brian Foot, fast ascent in the race for Web 3.0. With the recent rise of Bitcoin, purchasing digital assets, even Elon Musk, even Motley Fool, anyway, practically everyone right now, guys. So here's one thing to do. TSNP. Humble Pay. So that said, thank you guys for watching the show. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Awesome 10X. Also, this is my Twitter handle at Facelesstrader. I hope that you 10X your wealth and may this not be a TOTGA for you. May this be the one that I made it stay. Not the TOTGA. I bought it. I stayed long with it. I just rode it all the way up, 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 up. Bye-bye. Thank you.